Happy Friday to you all. It is the last day of May. I hope May was a great month for you, and hopefully I'm going to bring some great news to make June an even better month. I'm going to talk about rates. We're going to talk about appraisals today. We're going to talk about some great marketing ideas that I have heard and I want to pass along to you. So let's get started with rates first, because rates have been spectacular. If you remember quite a few weeks back, we're going to call it back in March, we ticked up into this level, this trading level. And at that point in time, I indicated this was above in here in that 3% realm line. So right in this level to this resistance level, rates were going to drop into the threes, of course the high threes. Then we start trading sideways. This is pretty much sideways. So rates have been in the low fours now for quite a long time. But over the last week to 10 days now, we have seen mortgage rates improve quite a bit. Remember, this is an inverted chart. So as these lines go up, interest rates go down. Today we have busted through this level. I have already quoted two loans today at 3.93 and 3.95. So we're definitely in the threes at this point in time for conventional financing. For government financing, that's your FHA, your VA, your rural development, we are below that 3.5 mark. Pretty much depend upon credit scores, and we are trending towards that 3.25% mark. So right now we are definitely in a floating mode. The main focus right now over the last 10 days have been what I call the three T's: Trump, tweets, and tariffs. So all three of those tweets have really caused the market to kind of shudder a little bit. Stock market's been selling off. People have been flying over into the bond market. As more people buy bonds, interest rates go down. Over the last couple days, especially with the tweet last night about Mexico, there's significant fear again in the market of recession in 2020. This is causing a lot of people to take their money out of the market and putting it into the bond market, which is great for us because interest rates have been improving. We're totally in a floating mode right now, and we're actually starting to see a mini refinance boom. I saw a couple talking heads over the last couple days. They are indicating that rates are going to continue to slide for the next year, and wait for it, we could actually see rates in the very low threes to twos. So I'm not holding my breath for that, but we are definitely seeing some of the best rates right now for over a year. If we go back in the charts a little bit and we look at a 2-year chart, we haven't seen rates this good since February of 2018. Now, could we get back up into this level this November of 2017 where we were in the low threes or whatnot? Potentially. I mean, it all depends upon the three T's at this point in time. Remember, tweets, Trump, and tariffs. So at this point in time, we are totally floating loans. Hopefully we can get a few people that have been sitting on the fence post, off that fence post, into the market. Even though home prices are going up pretty dramatically, if we can get these interest rates to start coming down, that's going to benefit our borrowers by giving those home loan payments less. So get the news out. I have two tools for you that is going to make you a better realtor. One is the automated value model. So when you're doing a listing, we can pull free AVM reports for you. I'm going to show you how that works. And then also, we just got access to what's called an appraisal waiver pre-check. And I've talked about appraisal waivers before, and this is where we put the data into the computer system, and we may not have to do the appraisal. And it actually works pretty sweet. So let's see how we can benefit you. First of all, on the AVMs, this is going to allow you to help with CMAs. Not only are you going to be able to bring your CMA there, but you can call me up, give me the address. I can pull the appraisal AVM on this, and you have two different data sources which you can present to your potential client listing and help them make a decision on what the proper listing is. The second thing is the pre-check. So when you have the listing, email me the address again. I will check it to see if it's eligible for an appraisal waiver. And what that means is you can then say, oh, we'll pay for the appraisal because you know there may not be an appraisal on this one. Most lenders are allowing us to accept the appraisal waivers. So this is really a pretty cool feature for you. And you know that if you get an appraisal pre-check, and then you don't have to get an appraisal. So it can speed up time, it can save people money, a lot of different things. So let me show you on the appraisal pre-check. If I go into here and I'm going to take one of Sam's listings, 718 Megan Court, Napa, Idaho 83686. This is going to be a purchase, and Sam has listed this house for $425,000. So I'm going to check for the eligibility on this, and bam. So it says, congratulations, no appraisal is required on this property as long as the maximum loan amount is $333,058. So what that means is if somebody puts a decent amount of money down, there's not going to have to be an appraisal on this. That is pretty spectacular. Second of all, let's look at the home value estimator. And we can just randomly pick a house on the home value estimator. Let's go with 1218 Falling Water in Eagle, Idaho 83616. So it certifies that I have it, and what this is going to do now is this is going to bring, this is going to go out to the AI. It is going to verify how much this house is worth according to an automated value model. So what this tells me is this tells me that this single family residence is ranging between 383 and 436 with an estimate of 409. Then what I do is I download this as a PDF, and I can actually send you a hard copy of this data. And what this is going to show us is it's a pretty high confidence. It's going to give you a lot of different data. It's going to show you where the comparables are. And it's also going to show you some data on the comparables. Now, granted, it does state at the top, Idaho's a non-disclosure state, so this definitely isn't gospel, but what it can do for you is it may give you some comparables that you were not aware of, or some comparables that you didn't think would work as well. And you can also then give this to the clients, especially on those clients that say, hey, I think my house is worth $450,000. And maybe your CMA shows, oh no, it's only worth 325 or 400. And you can go, this is only worth 409. So this is great data. Both ones are free to me. So I can then send them free to you and without any worries about any RESPA violations. I hope this will help you out. All I need is a full address with zip code, and I can access both these. This is going to be great. Last two items for today are marketing ideas, ways to get back in front of your past clients in order to, first of all, keep you relevant, and second of all, ask for the business. That's more important. That's always important. First one is on wells. If you had sold a house in the last, say, 2, 3, 4 years, why don't you send a little postcard out to those borrowers and say, hey, it's time to get your well tested. The EPA and the Department of Environmental Quality recommend that you get your well tested once every 2 to 3 years, especially with all the growth in the area. So just a little postcard out telling the people how to get the well tested, which around here is analytics. And ask them if they have any questions about that to give you a call. The second one is we all over the weekend just got our wonderful property tax assessments, and everybody is puckering up and gulping because they came up pretty dang high. So what you could do is you could also call up clients and say, hey, you have 30 days to protest that, and I would be glad to help you to protest that. And you could either pull, if they felt it came in super high, you could have Jerry pull a quick AVM on them. You could do a quick CMA on it, but just something to get in front of your clients again in this month and say, hey, I am here. I'm not only a resource for you to buy and sell a house, but I'm also educating you about maybe it's time to test a well, or maybe it's time to protest your value of your house. So 2 great ideas. You can send out postcards, you could do just simple emails, you could do MailChimps, lots of different ways of getting that data out. But your ultimate goal, get in front of your clients and past clients this month and ask them for the business. Thank you. You have a great and wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you soon.